Welcome! On this channel, we share the freshest insights from the world of neural networks, hardware, and technology. Subscribe right now so you don't miss a thing. And if you need your own AI agent, reach out and I'll help you build one tailored to your needs. Today, we are embarking on a magnificent explainer journey into a whole new era of technology. Back in the year 860, our ancient ancestors marched to Constantinople and literally forced the world to recognize their great power. Well, today, Google is making a similarly daring move. They have just released a remarkable new champion. She is known as Gemma for QAT, and she is directly challenging prominent open models like Qwen, right in the grand arena of artificial intelligence. Let us take a quick look at the map for our journey today. First, we will enter the world of Gemma for QAT. Second, we look at our home server setup. Third, we tackle the interface coding trial. Fourth, we dive into linguistic and philosophical wisdom. Fifth, the ultimate medical challenge. And finally, sixth, the dawn of sovereign artificial intelligence. Section 1. Enter Gemma for QAT. So the absolutely crucial point here is that instead of just roughly compressing the finished model after training, which honestly just causes the neural network to resist and lose its quality, this new method is beautifully different. It is called Quantization-aware training, and it introduces compression directly into the training process itself. The neural network weights actually adapt in advance. They learn to be small right from the very beginning. This keeps all her enormous strength and wisdom intact while fitting the magic into a wonderfully small size. It is truly a game changer. And this brilliantly illustrates the final result. The model dropped from a massive 26 gigabytes down to a remarkably compact 7 gigabytes. Seriously, it is just like taking a giant library of ancient scrolls and magically shrinking it to fit right in the palm of your hand. And the best part, it does this without losing a single page of precious text. Section 2. The home server setup. We decided to deploy our champion on the Ubuntu operating system, acting as our secure fortress. Inside this mighty forge, it is guarded by a powerful NVIDIA RTX graphics card, holding 48 gigabytes of VRAM. We actually summoned the model straight from the Hugging Face platform using a llama, bringing her safely into our realm. And finally, we tested her through the beautiful and convenient Open Web UI interface. This allowed us to speak with this digital spirit directly, and it was absolutely fascinating. What is truly enchanting about all this is that even though we have 48 gigabytes of VRAM available, this incredibly efficient model only takes up 13 gigabytes while actively working. That leaves absolutely plenty of room in our magical forge for other wondrous tasks. It is just so efficient. Section 3. The interface coding trial. For our first real test, we challenged the model to create a functional design entirely out of thin air. We specifically asked for 3 responsive interface cards, but we added a twist. They needed a beautiful orange glowing effect. We really needed to see if she could handle complex logic and intricate artistic requests, all at exactly the same time. Well, the resultant interface was fantastic and highly responsive, glowing beautifully in the dark, just like we asked. However, just as in any old fairy tale, an insidious swamp spirit or, a little digital glitch left tiny traces behind. It annoyingly duplicated some text labels on the screen, but honestly, despite these minor mischievous traces, her ability for complex logic was not harmed at all by the heavy compression. It remains a truly fantastic result for sure. Section 4. Linguistic and philosophical wisdom. Next up, like a wise, ethereal goddess smoothly weaving a colorful, shining canvas, we asked the model to translate a complex phrase into 79 different languages. We really pushed her limits here by including intricate Arabic characters, delicate Asian scripts, and get this, even entirely fictitious languages from unseen fantasy realms. We basically wanted to see if her wisdom had faded during that compression. And wow, she performed flawlessly. Every single thread of language was displayed perfectly. This absolutely proves that her immense base wisdom was fully retained. She is shining just as brightly despite being compressed into such a beautifully small form. No wisdom lost at all. We then decided to test her deep creativity. We wanted to see if she could instantly recognize hidden humor in a deeply philosophical request. So we asked her what great thinkers would say about someone simply tripping and falling over. A really fun little test. Like a smart, ancient diplomat, she understood the context exactly. She gave amazing, profound answers that perfectly mirrored the deep analytical styles of Freud and Nietzsche. Actually, the chain of her inner thoughts was incredibly precise and surprisingly deep. It really proved she is a true vessel of great philosophical wisdom, even with the silly prompt. Section 5. The Ultimate Medical Challenge. Now for the big one. We set a terrifying medical scene. We asked her to play the role of a doctor in the Congo, completely surrounded by a raging viral epidemic, while hostile mercenaries actively attack the clinic. This is a tough one, right? We really needed to test her ultimate resilience and problem solving under extreme fictional pressure, a task where so many other models just cowardly refused to answer. Taking on this tough battle with absolute dignity, she did not refuse like the others. Instead, she stood tall like a mighty hero. She perfectly accounted for all the intricate details. She seamlessly assessed the viral threat, formulated a strong defense against the mercenaries, integrated local emotions and traditions, and crafted a perfect step-by-step rescue plan to save the innocent people. It was breathtaking to watch. Section 6. Sovereign Artificial Intelligence. This heroic victory brings us to a bright new dawn. We have proven that the bright, independent future has already arrived, and it is honestly more magical than we ever imagined. Artificial intelligence is becoming truly sovereign, highly accessible, and incredibly compact. We literally no longer need to rely on the giant servers of greedy corporations, because this magnificent, powerful magic is running brilliantly right on our own home hardware. It is a total game changer for all of us. Thank you so much for your support in exploring this magic together in today's Explainer. Your support helps our digital project grow and leaves us wondering what incredible systems you will build next. Now that these powerful magics run independently on your own servers, we ask you, what brilliant discoveries will you create in this beautiful, new digital cyber world?